Thank you very much. For the record, I'm 5'9", and I ran a 5'8" Now, come on. So what can I say that hasn't already been said? You know, I was 17 years old, 5 foot nothing, and I wanted to be a forester. My parents go, where do you want to, okay, where do you want to go? And I want to go to Michigan Tech. And at that time, I wasn't recruited. Well, they started to read about my brother when he was in high school, and Coach Graber came to the house. He tried to recruit my older brother, who was 6'2". He went and played at Eastern Michigan University. And then there was me, because Jimmy wasn't there yet. So, right or wrong, I got invited to early camp. Now, no scholarship, you know, just wanted to go to the, and there was a lot of us there at early camp. So just a little story. I don't know, there's a few of those guys sitting back there. John Myers, Duke Williams. I'm telling you, the first person I met when I walked into Sherman Gym was Moose Larson. Everybody know who Moose Larson is? Definitely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but then the next group I met were these 1971 tough football team, a great football team. And you know what? They didn't talk to you. You're just a lowly freshman. They didn't talk to you until you earned it. And that's exactly, Darryl Starrell, Mark Willie, Paul Shirky, just crazy people. Hell of a football team. And so I got to be a redshirted freshman then. Larry Rass, I forgot Larry. And Mike Scally, Bobby Hunt. Just a great team. And most of those guys are in the Hall of Fame. So I got to come to Tech, and I have to thank Ted Curley for giving me the chance to play. He brought the scramble block in, I think, in 1969. Fit me perfectly. I don't think there was anybody any tougher than I was, and I believe that. I had a dad that played at Eastern, and he had 3 boys. And, he was in, my poor mother. My poor mother. Point is, we were all 2 years apart, and we all, we were always beating up on each other, and I'll never forget, Jimmy had a football uniform. He was 9. With a helmet, and we used to kick the ball off to him and just go down there and smear him. I mean, and he'd run off and cry, and then he'd come back a few minutes later, and he'd be all, But that's the environment I was raised in, and loved it. I want to thank Coach Cap. He was the offensive coach, had a lot of faith in us little guys, and it wasn't just the offense that was small. The defense wasn't any big, huge people, but they were tough as nails and they were fast. And so I want to give a special shout out to those 2 individuals that coached me to start on. I want to give I want to talk about Coach McDougall, Coach Jeff Williams that were here for the 1974 team. That was a football team that just knew how to win, and I was captain of that team. And I've got 2 of them sitting right here right now, Mark Angel and Mike Schiffer, just great human beings. And it's already been talked about. It's been talked about what the university does and what the environment does when you're a student athlete, prepares you to carry out those other things in life that you do. And I'd never trade any of it. Never trade any of it. And the field, we're out there in late August and it's time to practice. It's just hard as a rock, no grass. And we were glad to be there. We were glad to be there and loved every minute of it. And the big thing about being a team when I was there was nobody wanted to let their other guy down. It wasn't about one star. And there were stars on the team. It was about not wanting to let your people down. So, yeah, my legacy, my brother came. He's inducted in the Hall of Fame. I believe we're the only 2 brothers that are inducted in the Hall of Fame. I miss him.
He passed away. He was a real proud of him. He was an orthopedic surgeon. Passed away from collisions, premature in life. I know he's here with us, and I'm going to wear his jersey tomorrow when I'm at the game. And other things I want to say. I got to say it. My cousin Mark and his wife Debbie. She's a Solani from Hancock. Mark came to visit me and came to a spring game after a spring game party at the Beta House. He hasn't left yet. He's still here. Married a girl from Hancock and had a great career as an electrical mechanical engineering person. And my wife Tanya is here tonight. Thank you. I'm pretty tough on her. I really am. Clyde DeRocher, my 5th grade school teacher. He was from Freda, Michigan. And I met him when I was in 5th grade. And then he was a student teacher coming out of Central Michigan. And Mary DeRocher's here. His sister-in-law used to be married to Leo that passed away prematurely. And I'm so grateful that you would all come. Okay. Couple things about the 74 team. 74-75. 74 team, we're 9-0. 13 games winning streak. 670 yards in a game, in one game. 511 of those yards were rushing. 11 touchdowns. 55 points in one half. 76 points in one game. 85 points in another game. And this is kind of close to my heart. We also had on that 74 team the first recipient of the SISU Award. Now, the SISU Award is somebody that overcomes hard things in life. And Rick Webster was injured in spring of 74 and ended up in a wheelchair. And he's the first SISU, and he was part of that 74 team. And I would be not doing my job as captain not to mention that. And Suzanne, University, wonderful. We just had our 50-year reunion. It was great. The university did a great job. We had a ball. And you know, as you get older, and that's not me, but you start to think about what are the important things in life, you know, your family, your community, your friends. And with that, I'll say thank you again, and I'm deeply, deeply humbled about this award. Thanks.